Welcome to ACC 120 Income Tax Procedures. I just wanted to take a few minutes and walk you guys through the Blackboard classroom as well as the linking to the Cengage where you will be taking a lot of your assignments. So this first page we're on is the Start Here tab, and every time you log into Blackboard so far, you should have been logging directly into this home page. And there's a few things on here you need to take note of if you haven't already. Is you'll find a link to register for Cengage. So if you click on that link, it'll take you to Cengage and you can get started registering for the course. There's also some instructions if you need a little bit more guidance on that. And there's the Intuit Pro Connect registration, which you're going to need in order to do the comprehensive tax returns. So when you get a chance, I would definitely go ahead and create a free student registration account with Intuit Pro Connect. In a couple weeks, I'm going to change the home login page. So when you log in, you will no longer come to this page, but instead you will come to the announcements page. And the announcements page is going to be a great place for you to come back and check every so often just to make sure I haven't posted any sort of announcement that there's been a change in the schedule or an update on different assignments or just some reminders about certain assignments that might be coming due. So do keep track of the announcements page frequently. Our next tab over here, you'll notice in the left-hand column are all the tabs or the buttons that are going to help you navigate on Blackboard. This top one up here is Contact My Instructor. You'll be able to get my email address right here on this section of Blackboard, and if you want to know anything about me, there's a little bit of a bio video right there as well. The next tab is the Syllabus and Course Outline. The syllabus, you can click here to view, is something that the college provides for ACC 120, and it's consistent across all sections. So it's interesting to kind of look at because these are the goals that AWC has for us to obtain during this class. But I would say probably more importantly or more applicably for you is the course outline, which I've prepared specifically for this class. So when you click there, it'll take you to the course outline. It'll give you information about what you need for the class, some guidance on the setup of the class, and then all of my rules and policies, important things that you need to know about how I manage my class. It'll give you some information about our tentative grading scale, how many points all the various assignments are going to be worth. It'll give you a brief overview of the different types of assignments you're going to probably see in this class and what they entail. And then at the bottom is the course schedule for our 17-week course. And it is tentative, but it should give you a basic idea of which chapters we'll be covering. Basically, it's a chapter a week, and which weeks you can expect to have an exam. And takes you all the way through the end of the semester. So I would download this course outline, refer to it frequently. Anytime you have a question about something, you can just check here and it hopefully will answer the question that you have. Our next section is My Grades. In this area, you'll be able to see each of the assignments. You can see the total points they're worth, and then if you've taken the assignment, you'll have a grade here. So again, I recommend that you monitor this closely. Make sure that it's populating with your grades. Occasionally, we see issues if you're taking assignments on Cengage where it doesn't communicate correctly or completely to Blackboard. So if you're missing an assignment you know you took, just let me know and I can probably get in there and find that grade on Cengage and update Blackboard for you. How to use Blackboard is a link that'll take you to basically some general help if you're trying to find things on Blackboard or have questions. Another great resource is the AWC Help Desk. I, of course, will try my best to help you with your IT questions, but I'm not really that savvy, so definitely use this link if there's something that you can maybe problem solve on your own. Okay, I want to direct you now to the Assignments tab or button down here. This is going to be where you spend a lot of your time during this course. And the basic setup I have is every week you'll have a folder. And when you click on the folder, we'll look at week 2 for example, it's going to take you to this summary page where I have listed every single task that you need to plan to complete or at least start working on during this week. And then on the right hand side I have the due dates, and I try to keep due dates in red to kind of draw your attention to that. You'll notice as you go through the course that almost all of the due dates are Sunday night. So I recommend you do your assignments before Sunday night, but Sunday night's the cutoff, and as you noticed in the course outline, I don't accept late work. So keep that in mind as you're working through the tasks for the week. So this gives you a summary, and then from here you'll be able to look in this column right here in blue and navigate to each of these assignments. So for example right here it says read chapter 1 of the course textbook. So if you come over here to this column, I have chapter 1 reading. You click on that and it'll take you to this option where you can click to launch. And it will open up in Cengage your reading assignment. And you can see here that it's not graded. It'll indicate that if that anytime you have an assignment that's not graded. It'll give you a little bit of information and then you can start the assignment. And there you go. There's chapter 1 of the e-textbook. You can read along right here. Okay. Perfect. So if we come back here to our schedule, we have our PowerPoint, which I have embedded straight into Blackboard, so you can view the slides right here without having to go to Cengage or anywhere else. And the PowerPoints every week just provide you a really good summary of the key points of the chapter. So I definitely recommend that you spend some time going through this, and you might even find it helpful to reference when you're taking quizzes or doing some of your assignments. The next assignment for this week is the discussion post. Every week you're going to have a discussion post to do, and when you click in here it's going to give you just kind of a brief overview of what to do. Again, it reminds you your due date is Sunday, and if you click to launch it'll take you to our discussion board. If you want to go ahead and create a thread, you click right here, create thread, and it will show you the 3 prompts that you can choose from to post about. You only need to choose one prompt and create a discussion post around that one prompt, and that counts as your one main discussion post. In addition to that main discussion post, you need to log back on throughout the week and post 2 additional discussions as comments to what your peers have posted. So if we come back here, we can see some of the students have posted something. You can come in here, read what they wrote, and reply. And you need to do that again to at least 2 of your peers in order to get full credit for the week. So again, that's a total of 3 different discussion posts that you need to make for the week. Your first initial thread, and then 2 replies to your peers. Okay. So let's go back. Let's begin out here. Let's go back to our week 2. Okay, our next section, or our next task for the week, is our chapter 1 homework. For the chapter 1 homework, it'll again remind you when it's due, and then you click here to launch. I already have it open right here. So once you click to launch, you'll jump into Cengage again. It'll let you know you're working on your chapter 1 homework. It will tell you anything important you need to know, such as You are not limited in the number of times you can take this assignment. That's very common for your homework assignments and your tax returns. So take note of that. That means you can keep submitting it as many times as you like until you get a satisfactory grade. I also want to note one thing. Cengage uses 12 a.m. as the deadline, but sometimes you might see September 3rd or this date here and be confused with this date here, September 2nd. But you'll notice this is 11:59 and this is midnight. So it's the same time and it's Sunday night. Always Sunday night. Don't get confused. Okay, so you want to go ahead and start your assignment. And you'll go through and read the questions, answer them. And I have down here, check my work. So you can even find out if you got it wrong. It'll give an explanation and you'll get the chance to try again. So there's no reason why we shouldn't be getting 100 on these assignments. But I really encourage you to give it a good effort and to read the feedback so you understand the concepts. Once you're all done, you come down here and submit assignment for grading. It'll let you know what your score was. I got 10%. Woohoo! And then you can take the assignment again if you'd like. Okay, back to Blackboard. We have our Chapter 1 quiz. Again, you would click to launch. It would take you to Cengage. And on this particular one, it's going to let you know that you only have 2 chances. On the quizzes, you don't get unlimited attempts. You only get 2 chances to take the quiz. And the questions aren't always the same. So you might take it the first time and you get a grade you don't really like. So you decide, I'm going to take it a second time. Don't expect to see the same questions. It mixes up. It takes it from a pool of questions. So you'll see different questions, but again, it's a second opportunity to get a better grade. And when you're taking the quiz, you're welcome to use your textbook. You can use the PowerPoints. You can use any resources that we have here on Blackboard. You just need to make sure you're taking it by yourself. Our next tab some weeks I'll provide either like a video or an audio lecture. Not always, but sometimes if I think it might be helpful for the assignments you're on. So for this particular week, you'll be able to see there's a video here which kind of walks you through the basic Form 1040. And then I've also provided links to the tax forms because I think it's really important to actually get familiar with what they look like. Sometimes we answer problems, but we don't really know how it works in real life. And so my goal for you is to really understand and see real tax forms and work with them. Our last task for this week is the tax returns. And again, this will be in Cengage when you click to launch. It'll take you to Cengage and the tax returns. Actually, I'll jump there just a sec. So the tax returns here, again, you have unlimited attempts. It'll give you instructions, it'll give you information that you need to complete the tax returns, in this case a W-2. It'll give you your tax tables, a link to your tax tables. Which you need to be able to calculate tax liability. And then it has the actual forms where the tax form where you'll come in and fill in the boxes for the various lines. Okay. So we're back here to our assignments tab. Again, the summary, pay very close attention to the due dates. You'll note for the Chapter 1 tax returns that you actually have 2 weeks to work on those, so that's a little bit later due date. Back over here to the far left column, I have a couple more buttons or sections of Blackboard that you might find useful. This first one is Cengage. If you just want to go directly to the course, you can access it by clicking here, and it'll just take you basically to a page that looks like this, where it lists out all the assignments in this type of format. So if for some reason you want to get there, or you want to reference the study tools, here you have some study plans and different study tools that you might find useful. That can all happen through this link. If you just want to see the ebook, which we linked to earlier, here's a link directly to it. And there's also tech support and the unlimited student dashboard. So if you have a desire to explore Cengage further, this tab will get you there. The discussions tab, we saw previously where we were able to link from the assignments area to a specific discussion. But if you just want to see all of the discussion boards that are open, you can click on this link, and it'll open up this area where you can see here's the discussion boards we've been working on. And there's a couple other ones here that I want to note to you. In particular is the question and answers. If you have a question about the course or its content or a particular assignment, I really encourage you to post the question here before you email me directly. And the reason is twofold. First, if you post the question here, it's hopefully very likely that one of your peers maybe already knows the answer to that. And because I am unable to constantly be available to answer questions, I'm usually probably only answering questions or have time to answer emails once a day. You might be able to get an answer from one of your classmates faster than you can get an answer from me. So I encourage you to actually come into this question and answer discussion board and subscribe to it. Mine says unsubscribe because I'm already subscribed, but subscribe to it and you can get emails whenever somebody posts to the question and answer board. And if you have any sort of questions, again, I'd put them here so that other people can answer them. And also, even if I end up answering them, somebody else might have that same question, so they'll be able to get those same answers from this post here. So take advantage of that. The other one I have is a cyber cafe. If you guys just want to talk about a new movie release and meet up or whatever, that's a great way to touch base. Glitches, if you run into something on Blackboard or Cengage, something's not working, post it right here and I'll try and get it fixed as soon as possible. Or if you just want to jump back into the week 2 or week 1 or whatever week it is discussions and see what's going on and reply to some of your classmates, you can also do that by clicking directly here. Okay, so back to our left-hand tab, we have the comprehensive return, and as we get a little bit further down the semester, I will let you know once I post more detail on this tab regarding the comprehensive tax returns. We will be using the Intuit Pro Connect software to complete those tax returns. So again, check back here later in the course. I will send out an announcement when the details for this assignment have been uploaded. The last link down here is Blackboard email. So if you want to email through Blackboard, you can do that here if you want to email other people in the class. If you want to email the instructor, you can link here and email from there. So hopefully that gives you at least a pretty good overview of the Blackboard classroom. You hopefully can find your way around. And again, I would just kind of explore and click until you find what you're looking for and feel comfortable. And as always, reach out to me with questions, either via email or via the discussion board. I'll try to get back to you as soon as I can. We're going to have an awesome semester together, and I encourage you all to work hard and keep on top of the assignments. Don't get behind, and I think you are going to really enjoy this.